Well, folks, if you've seen the other video, you'll realise that she's passed her assessment as a therapy dog. Oh my goodness me. It's been 2 years in the making, really. Ever since she was 9 weeks old, I've been working towards this aim. I mean, initially it started off that she was going to be my assistant's dog because I was very poorly. But then as I got a bit better and, I've still got damaged lungs, but, I can get out and do things. And so I thought that she would make a lovely therapy dog. So the website for therapy dogs nationwide says it will take between 4 to 6 weeks to process everything. So I thought I had plenty of time. So I applied. Next day she had her assessment and it was on a train station. And she's never been on a train station, nor have I. Not for 50 years I haven't been on a train. I drive everywhere. So I decided that I would go straight up there to let her at least see a train before the assessment the following day. And it was absolutely heaving because we're in a sort of a touristy area and all the tourists were getting off and all their relatives and the friends were meeting them and they was hooping and hollering and screeching and happy and hugging. The train came in and it's like a little Thomas the Tank Engine train, and it comes in and it stops there and turns around and goes back. Well, the brakes were screeching. She's laying there going, what's going on here? And so the next day I took her back and I took her early. I took her early the next day, just so that I could settle her down. And what I do is I've got a vet bed that I take, if I'm going into a pub for a meal or into a cafe, I take a vet bed and I just put it down on the floor, and she then knows that that's her cue to settle down and be quiet. So she was laying there nice and quietly. So she wears her high-vis jacket when we go anywhere, when we're doing some training with her. And it says, my name is Primrose. I give free hugs. Therapy dog in training. Hope you can see that. Okay. And it really works because everybody wants to give her a free hug and cuddle her. So 2 mothers came over with little tiny tots. There was about 6 of them and they were about 3 or 4 years old, and they all wanted to give her hugs. And then some men were queuing up to get free hugs from her. And then a teenage girl came along and sat down on the floor and she was cuddling her. And next thing I looked up and there was the assessor, all dressed with all of her therapy dog nationwide shirts and sweatshirts and things like that. She's standing there with a big grin on her face. She'd arrived early and was up the end watching me. And she had a big crowd of people around her, all hugging her and loving her, and she's as good as gold. She loves it. So that was a really good start. What happened then is that she then carried out the assessment, which took about an hour. And I had to walk her along on a loose lead, and she's very good with that. And they have to touch her paws and make sure her claws are short, and that she's got no problem with being touched in her ears and her back and her bum and her tail and everything like that. And she has to be brushed. Everything really, that she takes stuff gently, that she's got no problem with people stroking her and being near her, and that you can drop some treats down on the floor and she won't touch them. So all of those kind of things, it's all temperament testing really, to make sure that she's of sound temperament and that she's calm and relaxed. Well, of course, that's what I've been working towards. So anyway, she's passed it. I was so excited. So I'm just waiting for my references to come back. And so then we should be able to go and visit some residential homes for the elderly. That's what I'm aiming to do, certainly in the beginning. because she's very good with the elderly. Of course she is, because she's been brought up with us and we're old. And she's really good with wheelchairs and things like that. She just stands beside them and they can cuddle her like this. So anyway, folks, so that's the next adventure we're off on. See you in the next video. Bye.